Hello, Aries. This is Thursday, January 21st, 2021. So, Aries, two can play at this game. Two can play at this game, Aries. So, Aries, somebody thinks that they're slick. Somebody thinks that they're one step ahead. Now, I don't know. Could it be Aries thinks they're one step ahead, or is it in fact the other person? This is going to take a minute to try to figure this out, but we're going to do it right now. So, Aries, what exactly is going on here? I just really want to know what exactly is going on here, because we have the tower moment here. We have the tower moment, and with this tower moment, this is definitely talking about I'm figuring something out. I see who's beginning to stir the pot, so to speak. Aries, there's something going on in the air that is trying to catch your attention, and I do believe something has. I feel like something is definitely working its way, Aries. Let me try and put this in front and see if this will work. Let's see. I'm trying, Aries. Let me see. Hold on one second. Trying to make it better for you to see. Okay. Shoot, that ain't gonna work. Aries, hold on. Let me see what I can do. All right. Okay, perfect. So, Aries, somebody's definitely thinking that, okay, they got you this time, or they're getting away with something this time. It is being very much creative. They're being creative. At the same time, I feel like they're wondering pretty much about what you're going to think or what you're going to believe. For some of you, somebody is definitely feeling helpless and hopeless in a situation. The reason I say this is because this person may feel like somebody's trying to be the leader, somebody's trying to be in charge of them, or somebody's trying to make some kind of decisions. I also feel like that for a lot of you, you may feel protected in a certain situation, but at the same time, there is some type of burden here. I do think that a lot of you are searching or reaching for a victory in a situation. It also feels like, where victories are concerned, that's usually Archangel Sandalphon, I'm sorry. Definitely listening, trying to help to bring your dreams or your wants or wishes to fruition or reality. For some of you, Aries, in this situation, it is a win or lose. Question is, who's winning and who's losing? That's going to be in my next video. Who's winning, who's losing? Excuse me, you guys. My asthma and allergies are terrible today. So, in reference to your situation right now, about who's winning, who's losing, for you at this moment, you're resting. You're not really doing a whole lot right now. You're paying attention to what's around you, no doubt. You are picking and choosing your battles at this time, Aries. You most certainly are. Aries, I also feel like for some of you, your focus right now is more on family or a family situation, something that has arose or arisen or is arising at this time that has definitely drawn your attention to it. There's something that you're trying to resolve. I think you're also searching for ways to handle a certain situation, again, to do with family, one way or the other. Trust and listen to your gut, your intuition. For a lot of you, Aries, it is important and very relevant that you take back your power now. Take back your power. What does that mean, Helen? What does that mean? What do you and Grandma mean by take back my power? How do I do that? What that means is to get back into your own space. That means to start focusing on your wants, your needs. It also means to start tending to your physical and emotional health. For some of you, taking back your power can mean walking away from a situation or from a toxic person. It means allowing yourself to be free again. For some of you, you're dealing very much with a mental struggle. What do I mean by mental struggle? An emotional struggle. Something that is pulling you towards something because it's familiar, even though it's toxic, again, because it's familiar, is driving you crazy. And again, because it's toxic, because it's familiar, It's driving you crazy, but it's pulling you toward the negative. For some of you, you have received blessings in one way or another, whether it's financial blessings, whether it's a blessing from a family member, whether it's a blessing from a very good friend, whether it's a blessing at your job, but there is definitely blessings here for you. For some of you, you're still waiting to find out what's on the way. You feel that urge, you feel that energy, you have this nervousness about you and you're not sure what it means. It's like you can't quite put your thumb on it, but you know something's coming. You are about to shine, Aries. You're about to also come together in a situation with somebody. Don't allow this tower moment to create the upheaval that it's trying to create. There is going to be a very good balance and a calming here. Okay, where this card is defined, or where this card is coming from, is also talking about forgiveness. So we have forgiveness as the next card that comes up for you. With forgiveness, and I don't know if you can see that, but with forgiveness, this card is definitely trying to tell you that something's going to work out for you in the long run. There is going to be a lot of energy around you very soon, what is going to help you to kick yourself into protection mode, kick yourself into loving yourself, kick yourself into being very independent and strong, okay? Now, for some of you, we have the Ten of Swords. So with the Ten of Swords, and I'm going to put this card and hopefully it'll stay. So with the Ten of Swords, this card is talking about you felt like you might have been defeated in a particular situation. I get it. I get that some of you really struggled to try to get yourself back and acclimated to your situation. Whatever that was, it's going to be different for all of you because none of you have the same exact reading. Similar, yes, but same, no. Now, again, with the Ten of Swords, the energy here is going to talk about, let me try to put this, the energy here, oh boy, sweet Jesus, help me. Okay, the energy here is going to talk about you guys wanting to finally get what it is that you deserve. This energy here also talks about believing that something is not over. You're not done your fight yet. You may be struggling for a little bit. You may be trying to reach for something that you feel is not within your reach. Something that feels like it's too far off. Something that may feel like you don't know how you're going to get over something or past something. Or you don't know how you're going to share forgiveness with somebody. There's definitely a struggle here for a lot of you that's just pulling you back and forth. A lot of you are going to try to overcome a certain challenge. Let me put it that way. For a lot of you, this is going to mean this is going to mean a challenge. That's what I see. It's definitely going to mean a challenge here because for some of you, this is something you can't overcome in a lot of ways. For some of you, you've been struggling for quite some time with all these differences or different challenges that you have been faced with. Now, for some of you, I hear like the Fool card, and the Fool card always talks about beginnings, possibilities, and also there is pleasure involved. Now, there also could be a form of difficulty. I want to say that. There could be a form of a difficulty that has to do with your overall decision. Some of you are kicking your own self in the ass because of choices that you've made in the recent past. I also feel like there could be an obstacle that presents itself to you. This could be, for some of you, a third-party situation that has been overwhelming, that is pushing you to the limit, that is not allowing you to have the room to breathe, so to speak, or even the room to turn around and make changes. For some of you, there has got to be an outlet, like you're looking for an outlet. It also feels like, for some of you, there's just something that's it's something that's petty. It's like there's a lot of pettiness here. I also feel like for some of you, there's going to be the opportunity that brings about and I get the Three of Pentacles. So when I get the Three of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles can be a little bit talking about your approvals or your abilities, or it can be the effort that you're trying to put in. So again, let me put this card here. Again, when I talk about the Three of Pentacles, again, it's about your abilities, what you're able to do, trying to get through these hardships, trying to get through these challenges, trying to overcome a feeling of insecurity or abandonment, rejection. A lot of you are dealing with so much emotions, trying to focus on your daily activities, your day-to-day routines is a bit of a struggle due to, again, these blockages or these obstacles or these things that keep getting in the way. For some of you, you just want peace. You just want all the bullshit pretty much to stop. Now, for a lot of you, amazingly, the Lover's card does come up for you. When the Lover's card comes up, the Lover's card can always indicate, yes, a relationship, yes, things getting better. Yes, it can also talk about balance. It's talking about a union. But at the same time, you guys, even though you long for the Lover's card, it does talk about harmony, okay? The Lover's card can talk about having trust in this situation. For some of you, it's reversed. When this card's reversed, it talks about separation. It talks about frustration. This card reversed talks about somebody being unreliable. Somebody's always letting you down. Somebody builds you up and gaslights you to only drop you very quickly. For some of you, this Lover's card, somebody has definitely proven themselves to be very untrustworthy. Somebody has definitely disappointed you by a choice or decision that they made. Somebody may have promised you the moon and didn't even deliver the stars. For some of you, this is in the upright position because it is talking about you're trying to get more trust. Somebody around you may be trying to build up the trust again with you. Somebody may have tried to return back to you and is trying to convince you that now you can move forward. Now you can trust me. Now we can have the romance of a lifetime, the romance that we've been trying to build. Now they're feeling very optimistic about a situation. For a lot of you, you may be starting to feel better because this person's been communicating with you and you've been missing them for so long that it just feels comfortable. It feels cozy. It feels like home to you. And that's why you're welcoming it back so much, trying to forget about everything they've done to you in the past. I get that. Your next card that comes up for you guys is, in fact, the Star card. And when the Star card comes up for Aries, this is definitely, this is definitely talking, let me take this down. Okay, yeah, sorry. Okay, there we go. This is definitely talking about balance, which I wasn't finding any trying to put this card up. But the Star card definitely talks about balance. It talks about finding pleasure. It's talking about having insight into the situation. It's also about spiritual love. It's also about having hope and faith. It's also about trusting the universe, okay? This Star card, for some of you, unfortunately, is in reverse. When I speak about it being in reverse, now I'm sorry, but there are two sides of the coin, right? Or two sides of the card, I should say. But with that, God, Jesus Christ, it doesn't even want to be that way. So whoever's going through this right now with the reversal is really struggling. This person is really struggling. If you're the person with the Star in reverse, which is going through disappointment right now, if you're dealing with bad luck, things just keep breaking, things just keep having to be repaired. Maybe it's your car, maybe it's something in your home, maybe it's your electrical outlets, maybe it's something to do with plumbing and drips and leaks. Maybe this is about broken dreams. Things just didn't turn out the way you're supposed to. For some of you, you invested so much time, so much energy. You've given your all. Some of you have put yourself almost broke trying to support someone else. And unfortunately, a lot of you are dealing with the Star reversed, which isn't always a great thing. For some of you, this reversal is more about disappointing yourself. because it does stand for disappointment. When the star is reversed, it does talk about disappointment. It does talk about things not working out in your favor. It does talk about a big letdown. It talks about somebody who wanted to come forward, somebody who said they wanted to try, somebody who wanted to make a difference in your life, who said they wanted to build with you. This is where they disappointed you. Now, the last card that comes up for you is the Seven of Swords. Okay, so Graham, what does the Seven of Swords mean for them? She says that when they talk about the Seven of Swords, let me put that card up there. I choose. All right. Talking about the Seven of Swords talks about the betrayal that you've been through. It also talks about somebody had a very unwise attempt, or somebody attempted to do something, but not with good intentions. Somebody who definitely, in silence here. This is somebody who turned their back on you. This is somebody who's looking for a way to get out of a situation. This is somebody who was interested or finding their attention going towards someone else. Again, this is about somebody even going behind your back and doing something against you, or looking to be able to get evidence to prove something about you. Now, for some of you, not many, in reversal, this card would talk about this information, these tools being helpful, getting advice or counsel from someone, getting guided back on the right path. Some of you may have had to go get counseling due to a bad situation. Some of you have dealt with a bad situation since childhood and brought that childhood stuff into a relationship and wondering why something's still not working. So you finally decided, I'm going to get help. I'm going to get counseling. No, I'm not blaming myself, and no, it's not my fault for what I went through as a child. However, because I went through it, I've remained the victim of this situation, or of abandonment, or of betrayal, or of not trusting someone, or of just always having doubts, or always self-sabotaging. So some of you are finally realizing, Aries, that it's time to move on. It's time to get the help that you're seeking. For some of you, I have to speak about this card. It is the Five of Swords that comes up. And with the Five of Swords, you feel defeated. For some of you, you might have won something, or you might have overcome something, but it's an empty victory. It's something that's not fulfilling. It's definitely something that may have broke your heart. There may have been, in the reversal, a lot of unfairness. There could have been a defeat, even a loss of a love or family member. For some of you, you've had a big setback and worried that this setback is going to make it so that you're impaired, disabled, so that you can't move forward, which is not true. It's not true, and I break that. It is not true. The truth is, this setback was in fact a setup to get you to a better level, to get you to another place, to make things much easier for you. A lot of you have trouble with indecision, or trouble finding balance, because this card came up, the Two of Swords. I didn't mean to pull another card, but I had to. It's talking about indecision. It's talking about having trouble finding balance, trouble knowing what to do, trouble knowing what to focus on, trouble knowing what should be your next move. And I get it. A lot of you are struggling, trying to figure this out, and I get it. Okay, I'll forget it, and I get it. I feel like you guys need one more card. What's on the bottom of the deck, please? What is on the bottom of the deck, please? On the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Wands. What does the Seven of Wands mean? It means you may have felt that you had some very strong competition. The Seven of Wands always talks about stiff competition, victory, courage, energy. So what I like about this, you're not going to give up your fight. You're going to continue to block off the negative energies. You're going to continue to move toward what it is that you want. You're not giving up. You've gotten back up. From the Ten of Swords, you've gotten back up. And now you're willing to fight for what you believe in. You're willing to fight for the truth. You're even willing to fight for your partner if some of you believe that that person is worth fighting for. That won't be all of you. For some of you, you're able to jump between the wands that are being placed by your feet or the swords. It's kind of like they have knives there and they're trying to poke at you. They're trying to trigger you. Somebody's trying to push your button. Somebody's trying to make you wonder whether or not you're going to make it through. But you do have a spiritual guide, angel, guardian angel that's protecting you, that's standing in front of you, that's not going to let any of these wands hurt you. It's not going to let any of these touch you. You're going to be able to zigzag, wiggle in and out in order to move forward. You're coming forward. You've already overcome these mountains that are in the background. You've already overcome that. Some of you face different challenges here. And you've shown that you've gotten through the most difficult part there is. And now you're coming forward. Now you're going to move over here. Things are definitely going to start clearing out. The smoke is going to clear. The pressure. So the smoke is going to clear and the pressure is going to be relieved from you. The pressure is going to be relieved from you. There is a very good balance that is coming. You're finally going to be able to lean against the tree and rest like the Nine of Wands. So with the Nine of Wands, I got to find something different for my next video. This is just a mess. But where the Nine of Wands is concerned, you're going to find victory. You're going to have good health. You're going to have obstinacy. You're going to see that you're not weak anymore. You're going to see that you've done the battle now. Now you're resting. You're still prepared. You're still paying attention to what's around you. But you've defeated all those things. You've definitely gotten your balance back. So Aries, it's looking good for the rest of this month and going into February. It's looking like you're finally taking a stand. For some of you, it's like, don't be fooled by my kindness. Don't mistake kindness for weakness here. Because what this is saying is, you know what? I can love you, but I'm always going to be on guard. You're not going to hurt me again. I'm not going to allow anybody to put me back into the place that I used to be in. I've gotten out of that and I'm coming forward. For some of you, you've removed that label that was on you. That's why the hat's on the ground. You've taken off that title. You've gotten rid of something that no longer serves you. And now you're like, okay, what's next? So Aries, stay tuned to find out what's next.